Do I make a massive disruption in the industry? We've got a lot of projects that are starting in about 2 weeks. I don't currently own an office, I don't have a team, it's just me on my own and my qualified teams that I have built for the past 6 years. I had an idea, I haven't got the system yet. As you can see, this is too close, so we can't actually do anything. And also, that scaffold is very close as well. Can't even fix one single flush engine. If I want to grow this business, this is the way forward. But we have to be careful. We have to keep the standards really high. On this episode, we need to start breaking down what we have accomplished. So we have been on this project at 122 Bath Road for about 9 weeks. We are pushing to the 10th week and we're pretty much done with all the elevations that we have, all the walls. So we are on the final stage where I'm checking here if everywhere the scaffold, and I think the only part where we have access to start building the standing seams around these windows is, as you can see, all this tie back along here and above all the way up. We have all these projecting windows along that front elevation of the bath road with standing seam, because we need to crack on as soon as possible here. But to do that, I need to do some inspection because a lot of the scaffolds I think needs to be adapted. So as you can see, this is too close, so we can't actually do anything, and also that scaffold is very close as well. But what we have accomplished in just 9 weeks, with starting 4 men for about 5-6 weeks and then moved to 6 men up in the labor, we have accomplished 160 square meters of roof standing seam. We also have installed wall standing seams, 450 square meters. So to put that in perspective, if you get a good price on a standing seam and you put a 6 men that you're paying about 200 to 220 pounds per man for a day rate, you can actually make a solid profit. And we have proven that we can. If you optimize your work very carefully, you do your coordination, your logistic, materials on site, and you know what you're doing, you can actually make a really good profit on a project like that. Another thing I want to talk about it is we've got a lot of projects that are starting in about 2 weeks. So with that said, I've never had more than 2 projects at the same time in my career of running my business site construction. Because I'm trying to expand, now we're gonna have 4 live projects. And it was a bit stressful for me, to be honest, because I didn't actually know how I'm gonna manage that. Well, I had an idea, I haven't got the system yet. And for running 4 projects, you really need to get onto a system, how you're going to manage this project and track them and make sure everything goes smooth as possible. As you know, I don't currently own an office, I don't have a team, it's just me on my own and my qualified teams that I have built for the past 6 years. And they have been solid and they have been carrying on everything that they've been given. And yeah, we never look back, we never go back on our promises, we've been doing great. And with that said, we have expanded to hiring more people, so we've got more people bringing into the business. We're looking for an office as well. I think actually this weekend I'm going to look at a couple of places in Birmingham, in the jewellery quarter, because it's the place I like and I want to have an office with a view, and it needs to be a good environment. And with that said, I have been building the software. I had so many calls with external softwares people that they have already pre-made softwares for construction companies, and I know some of the construction companies that have used this, but honestly I don't need so much of what they offer. And even though the prices, yeah, I think they're charging fairly, but I think I can go away with building my own software for exactly my needs for my business, or for a subcontractor that is on my level, who is supplying laborers only rather than supplying materials, laborers, designers, architect, QS and all that. You know, don't need that kind of stuff. I don't need too much of information on the software. All I need is the project tracking system, like in a spreadsheet that tracks automatically each day how many people, what you spend per people, what these people per square meter of each item they have made, and the software calculates everything for you. Since yesterday, after I've made a major step of developing the software, because I've never coded anything, and you know, I'm not scared of trying, and I certainly did, and I made a major breakthrough because I can finally see visually. I tested the software on my laptop and on my phone, even though it's not yet complete. It has a lot of stuff and layers that needs to be added. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I'm building that, and I feel a lot of weight come off of my shoulders, to be honest, since yesterday, after I visually see that I'm making a breakthrough, because it was a lot of uncertainty if actually I'm going to be able to do it, or do I need to pay for somebody to actually do the coding for me and develop the software. But I'm going to do it, and it made me thinking, do I make a massive disruption in the industry? Because, you know, I don't mind if people follow what I do and they do the same thing if it works, because I'm recording my journey, I'm building my personal brand, and I see a lot of people that have worked and people I've never even met messaging me good feedback of what I do, and just I should continue doing what I do, and they take an inspiration of it, and they're motivated, and I like that. I don't really mind if people will copy what I do. Do I make a massive disruption of the system and add this software onto App Store and Google Play or whatever device you are, and let it for very little monthly subscription for people to download it, people like me, so it can make them life easy and run proper project without having to be stressed so much, because the software will do so much for them that they're doing on daily basis. You don't need to create any more spreadsheet for individual jobs. You don't really need to manually report for the project. It will be so simple. It will calculate everything for you. So instead of like making it just for myself, I might put it out there for people to have this software in them hand and make them life easier, because if that happens, it might make the construction a little bit better. I don't know, you let me know, because you know, in the end of the day, it could be very stressful running a construction company, even as a small size like me, doing between half and £1 million a year, even below that. It can be very stressful, because people could be having 3 to 4 jobs, and that could be so bloody stressful, running it without the proper system, without having a visual of what actually happened each day on every site. And with the software I'm doing, this is my main goal. I want to visually, very simply, knowing what's happening each day on every project without any hidden surprises. So yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think. But back to the 122 bath road, we have a little bit left on the massive elevation that we're completing, and we're gonna go back there now shortly to show you where the guys are and what they are.
Okay, let's go.
How we're gonna do these flashings to extend basically our flashing in between the windows, so we can make a consistent flashing in front of here, because the window flashing is completely different than what our flashing for the cladding is, and it's looking very odd. So the window fitter called me and said I fixed my trim that we designed, but he didn't fix it because the fixings are there and the trim is not even fixed. Like, I think he just bodged that too deep inside there, like that. And he said, yeah, go check if your flashing now is gonna work, because the idea was to put our flashing underneath here and rivet to that and have consistent flashing in the front. He didn't fix it, so we're gonna have to make it up. Yeah, oh my god, what the heck. You can't even fix one single flashing. Oh boy, we'll try to get it done. Right, take that fixing. Take that one as well. They can't even fix them on flashing. They cannot even fix them on flashing. So this needs to go in the first, this one, yeah, it's here. Is that the first one? I think we might need it.
Yeah.
Why is he not going there? Yeah, but I think we need with something to get inside and lift it as high as possible. I want that flashing to be as high as possible.
You need to screwdriver.
Yeah, get something long, or you know the long fixings that we have for the insulation. They might work as well. Just something so we can lift it up a little bit. I'll hold that for you. Because we need to be on level with that one, you know?
This level?
Well, yeah, we have to be in level, because we got to put ours underneath that one and match this front. Let's fix the other side. Now I need these long fixings, you know, the long fixings that I brought you. Do you have some of them? Why is he not going? Something is stopping it. This goes here. It doesn't go there. Something is stopping it here. So what we're gonna do is basically the idea is we have this is an offcut. 1 second. We fix the window fitter flashing, and it's coming kind of close to our flashing, which is okay. And then this is the upstand, but because our flashing, we're gonna use the same size flashing with the upstand, but we were thinking of cutting the upstand and then put it underneath. But as you can see, it's only 10mm overlapping, so it's kind of short. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bend the upstand, and then we're gonna get it inside here, inside like that. We're gonna rivet it to the top. Obviously we're gonna put mastic. We're gonna put the butt strap in this one, and then we're gonna join them together, and then that's gonna be mastic by somebody. And yeah, job done. Very good. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna look all continuous. Okay, so 4 or 5 projects at the same time, that's the maximum I have ever had at the same time, and this is happening from beginning of June. So we're gonna have, I said 4 projects, but I actually forgot about a very big one, which is the first skyscraper that we are doing in Bristol. 44 floors with tons of curtain walling, and I can't wait to get back to doing windows, because really is what I really enjoy to do it, and it's the most cleanest job that you can ever do in external facades, to be honest, unless it's unitized system. Curtain walling I really enjoy. So 5 projects at the same time. It's gonna be challenging, but I'm up for a challenge. And if I want to grow this business, this is the way forward. Obviously it took some time to get to this stage, and that's why I haven't taken so many jobs before, because I didn't believe in my ability. I'm able to run them smoothly, and I was definitely aiming for a failure if I had done it before without any planning, coordination and structure, and putting the right people in the right place. But right now I'm very confident I've got the right people. Everything is organized way in advance before the projects kick out. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Really, to be honest, sweetest spot for me right now is 2 of the projects are on a day rate paid. What that means is I don't need to worry myself so much of measuring square meters all the time, what's completed, and then trying to work it out what I need to book and then track it and all that. And that was always the issue of having many projects, especially when you don't have a system. In reality, I'm gonna have just 3 projects that I need to do that kind of tasks, but because we're gonna have that system which we can track on a daily basis what has been installed and what we are paying for the lats, the amount of lats we have on each project, it will make it way more simpler. We don't have to type on a notepad and calculate and yeah, working like manually everything. It will be way more optimized with the software, and it's gonna make our life way easier. Obviously Craig is gonna run the Bristol job, and I'm gonna be mainly focused on the Birmingham job. Now with that said, a lot of the projects we are taking, we are not allowed to record, which is a bummer. But I think on the skyscraper we are allowed to record. It's a main contractor that we worked many times with them, and the subcontractor we're working, and the guy I'm working is a top man, Lee. So with that project, I'm sure they're gonna be happy of somebody sharing updates of the project and what we do, because they're all about social media. The main contractor as well, they're very heavily involved in social media and all that, so that's good. The Cardiff job, I am pretty sure we can record as well. I think it's a cancer research center or something like that. And the other 2 projects I'm not gonna be allowed to record. The Birmingham job I'm not allowed to record. We can talk about it, because obviously it's Speedy Max brackets from FixFast, which we already have done. So I can do a couple of videos of that showing you why these brackets are so special, and why they help cladders like us and companies, small companies like us, taking the projects on a price, making money, because they reduce so much of the elements on different type of brackets if you are to use on a similar project, which we have done, and we've proven how many days they can actually save you in a month for installing them for the same kind of cladding. But yeah, with that said, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the software to get live. I cannot wait to get an office, and look, it's just me. I am on my own doing absolutely everything. Obviously I have my team to thank for the the great jobs that they're doing, and they're keeping the standard very high because the stakes are very high. We're getting visible. Obviously, we're showing all the time on social media, everything, and with that, it comes a lot of responsibility. We have to be careful. We have to keep the standards really, really high. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. We keep the standards high. We keep pushing. Yeah, I can't wait. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.